Tungusigitsi, welcome. Thank you for joining us for another edition of The Bridge. This is an engagement platform by Students on Ice Foundation. We're here to discuss the various styles of sewing and the importance of sewing in Inuit culture. My name is Linda Brown and I'm the alumni team lead with Students on Ice. Today is a very special interview that will be conducted in Inuktitut and English subtitles will be available. I'm very happy to introduce and be here with elder, teacher, master seamstress from Iqaluit, Annie Petaulassie, and Deborah Tagornak, who is our Inuktitut interviewer. Now I'm going to turn it over to Deborah, who can introduce herself and Annie. Koinamik.
Koyanamik Linda, Vang Deborah Tagornak, now Yang Mu Sayodunga Atawa Mu Dunga. Yes, my name is Deborah Tagornak. I'm originally from Nauyat Nunavut and I reside here in Ottawa. Koyanami. Biga kaktin na tata na apikutigi niaktaga ilingnu Annie. Tusak sa na roma. Bigyan tigi lutigo nadong na region nakpi kinaong mangakpi ama naming taong mangakpi.
Kita kay now lang man, maybe I can introduce myself in English for now, but when I get stuck, what I'm trying to say, maybe then I can ask you to translate for me, but for man nahalo natin to kay na si yung I'm going to introduce myself in English. My name's Annie Petaulassie. I'm originally from Kingnight, but I moved to Iqaluit in 2006, and I'm at the Art College taking foreign design productions on second year. That's retired teacher.
Yes, when did you begin to sew and who did you learn from?
Kanuna man nagululok si Mayo. I never learned. My mother died when I was maybe 19. She never taught me how to sew, and but I tried to sew. I was too embarrassed or didn't like to ask my older relatives to help me to make the patterns for making parka. That's how I learned how to make parkas and the internet connection. Okay, that's how I learned to sew by practicing. And I had an elder who was a very special lady, has now passed away, taught me how to make comics, and she was professional. And I'm so happy that I had a chance to learn from her and from remembering how she taught me. And then on my own, I made my own comics this fall, and hard work, but it's fun.
Yeah. What are your favorite things to sew? If you could show us some samples, what you like to sew.
Okay. I have a lot of things here that I've been working on. This is my another project that I want to start making another pair of comics in December on our break. This is that's the part of the comic that I'm going to put. I was looking for the pair that I'm going to use, and it's going to be sewn together. That's for the upper part of comic, and it's supposed to look something like this. Can you see it? Can you see the polar bear? And it matches my coat. That's what I made, and it matches my coat. And this is patterns and designs for the comic that will be a match to my jacket, my sealskin jacket. And I've been recently I finished those comics that I made on my own with designs of the fish, using the fish skins that I sew onto the back, because I put the I added a little bit of extension because it was gonna be too narrow. So to hide the piece that I added on, I made those two fish skin designs using the fish skin, the fish design to hide the stitches. And this fall, I made those designs, the socks designs, and this was from last year that I made. And I made this because we had to make when pandemic started, and we stopped going to art college last March, and we were asked by our instructor to make a purse, a bag on our own, in our own design, using the leftover pieces that we got from our school. This is what I made. It has the lining, everything in there. And here's the strap. I can smell sealskin. Come to me, Alum. And these are the leg warmers that I learned how to make at the art college. And I haven't worn them yet. I'm thinking of selling them. I don't know. And here's the first pair that I made using the owl patterns on my comic. So I'm gonna have 3 pairs of comics this year. I am blessed with that. The last piece here is another sealskin bag that I made at the art college with this Inuit who was teaching us how to make a bag, hand bag like this. So that's where I learned at the art college. And right now, I'm working on this hat, winter hat. And these are the flaps that you put to keep your ears warm. And I'm going to put it here. So I have lots of projects that I have to work on right now. And these are the hat, what do you call that? The hat sack, I think, that you can play with your legs or your feet, like the young people use them for playing ball, or you can use them for juggling balls. These are, I don't know, 2, 4, 6. I have made 6 pairs, 6 sealskin bags, balls. And I think that's it for now. And I have more things downstairs, but we might run out of time.
Wow, you're so talented. You're incredibly talented beyond your sewing skills. Can you tell us a little bit about other art forms and crafts you enjoy doing?
Lately, I have been making comics, so I'm looking forward to make another pair, and it's challenging because I had to try to do it on my own, and I made a mistake. Once when I finished sewing all around it to put the sew onto the upper part, we have to put it inside out, and the skin around the edge, we have to take it out to make it thinner, so it would be easier to sew it again onto the part of the top part, and the kaliningay na sunod, the kalinitay na that goes on top of the sew. Like let me see. Manna. What would you call that?
Tana kadlini la yauso kamio makutsia kadlunak tututaw how you mangitado ka.
I think we would just say that the upper part of the sew, I made a mistake because I was using my ulu to take all the skin inside when I had put this inside out, and I accidentally cut the thread and cut the thread, so I had to redo it. And when I redo it, it wasn't the same. It wasn't same as the way that it was made was not same as the other pair. So I had to chew it again, take apart the top part and put a new one. And that's how I learned that. Next time I might try to do better next time. But I almost cried because it was finished and I just cut the stitches by accident. So that was too much for me to redo it again.
What is your favorite part of the process of creating? Nadliani kuveri yakakpi sakitugeta sanaluti.
Kuveri yujakali sanatsuta nunabong mi. There was a competition between the seamstresses in Nunavut, and that was fun for me because I took a picture of my other parka and the comics that matches with the comics with the owl design. I posted that because whoever gets the most liked on Facebook across Nunavut was going to be a winner. So I entered, and I was surprised that I got the most liked and won the wolf pelt, very big wolf fur. So that was fun for me to do a competition and trying to win something
out of your beautiful creation of your own. A big kuna ayung when you are sewing or crafting, what is the perfect environment? Is time you prefer to sew? So lumiksong nakted lutit uvaduni asinginit sana nakted lutit kanok li utluk piu nakpango va miksong nakted lutit o kauti yun nakpitigo.
Sila I never tried to. I have a patio out on my balcony, and I sew little things like making balls or making small patterns in summertime, and just be out there and getting suntan if it's sunny. But When I was making a comics, it was easier for me to sew them during daytime because at night it's kind of get kind of hard for my eyes. I have a very poor eyesight sometimes, and in the evenings it's hard to see, so I prefer working on them during daytime.
O kauti yu nakpinga kanok nuksong ni pimariw ni nga ni Inuit idikusiago taman na asidjak padliang mat akago no anigok padli. Can you tell us about the importance of sewing in Inuit culture and how this changed over the years?
Taman na kamaluk tahat sigat once when we lived in an outpost camp, we were wearing only comics that are waterproof, and we didn't have any rubber boots or winter boots that we buy from the stores. We were only using the comics back then, but as we have moved to Inuit, or we start wearing rubber boots that we wear in summer, and I'm so happy. Then we start losing. The people about my age were not learning from our elders, our mothers, because we had to go to school, and we didn't know how until I had my first baby. I decided that I want to learn from an elder how to make comics. So it is I'm very happy for young people nowadays that there's some programs that are run by the elders, and they provide seal skins and everything for to make a comics. And I'm so happy that we're getting our knowledge of how to make comics again.
Yeah. Why is it important to pass on this knowledge to youth? Kanui mataman na pimariw va mitsong na makukto no kau yimayagbiakang ningane.
I believe that I was saying this morning to my tenant that that I amazed how our ancestors survived in the very harsh cold weather, and I know that because of them we are still here. We're here, and it is part of the part of our survival, that we have to know how to make warm clothes for the winter, for hunters or for young people's husbands. That's what I know, that it is very important for them to learn, because the store-bought clothing are cold compared to the fur clothes that we wear in winter.
Yeah. Tema o kaudri yun nagovitu valuni kanukturun nakpigit pilim magsaril nak miksuriw kaswaktidlugi. Do you have any advice or tips to give to those who are just learning to sew?
When I meet some few people who says they cannot sew or they don't know how to sew, I always tell them, you can sew. Don't say you can't sew, because even the kindergarten, they can sew. So can you? And that's what I've been telling people that doesn't seem to have a confidence or to to make something using the skins, or to make comics or anything that they can make clothing. When they say they can't, I always tell them, yeah, you can. Anybody can do it. So you have to just try, practice.
Itia nakorame na ilinertiti si maderavi akuneado akagugasangne pilimaksartitugit inuktitut uqariuqsatitugit miqsortippaklugitlu kanuk tamanna quviagiviu ilinertittinioqattarne.
I was certified teacher for 33 years and taught all subjects in Inuktitut. And huviagi baka hanu huviagi baka
ilineaq tittiqattaqluni tamanna quviagittiagaviu qanukia ilineartittilluningai quviaginiqpaariviu.
Quviaginiqpaaqa iliniaqtiin Inuktitun iliniaqumaniqaqtillugin man Inuktituunni Inuktituunni livaliatuinnalumata suqusi qallunaujainna hattalumata maanililai qallunni kisiani nunaliqalaani aqqaugalua Inuktituunni tamanna ajaqutigi gialla hattajujaqa iliniaqtauqullugu atsuqutigitsugu inusivut iliqqusivut kinaunivut sakkugiahanginattigu upigigiahaqatta. We have to be proud of who we are, where we come from, and our culture, our traditional ways. And then I was just saying that I used to love to teach Inuktitut to young children, young students, but here in Iqaluit, because it's a big community and we get a mix of people from other communities and the students that I find were losing Inuktitut language, but in other communities there's Inuktitut is the majority language, so they're still strong. But here in Iqaluit, I used to love teaching young kids how to learn Inuktitut language.
When did you first join, and what do you enjoy most about being part of Students on Ice? Ilisayu si madagavita kuni ilineaktinut akagugasangnutai kanisikumid. Kangari ilaw di daw nakpit, amma kano kuvyagi yakadaukpit, ilaw tidlutit, ilineaktinut sikumi.
Ilagi daw yang nasiju nga 2011 ngutillogo tay ko nga umiyak dua mo hatta umiyak dua ko lahat ta sitsuta ammalo kubyagi so Inuktitun tay ko how dilawk si mangito aban ni meu takulok si mangito makunang sisigalan ni hanumik soktaw si mga ta kubyagi so ammalo uwikay taw inuapin allalo ilagi ang taw sungum medyo khobia sungum mata mitso kaya sunang wagalalew titakani umiyak do mitam na khobia giso tu saksaw ko nga
tu kisinatiak tu saksaw yuti I tema Linda ukausik takarovi ilingno utirtilikpara. Linda, if you would like to conclude this, I give it to you.
Hujan nami Deborah tu saudi kay nagavit.
Ila le ibillu tusang nagtuado kauvuti ilittivunga.
Ne kuyan nami. Tu sadigi kan naghahatwa ko kita ba nilang abi?
Tabani lang nga junga.
Okay.
Kaya Namik for being with us today and helping to interview an Inuit. Kaya Namik Annie for sharing your knowledge, your expert experience, your sewing with us, and sharing all those different designs. Your kamik designs are truly inspiring. I want to own a pair of your kamik one day because those fish ones are really cool. And thank you so much to the audience for joining us today on the bridge. If you have a question for Annie, and please feel free to post it in our comment section on Facebook or email it to us at media@studentsonice.com and we'll get back to you soon. And to all those alumni watching, don't forget to register now for the 20th anniversary Alumni Summit, which is happening November 23rd to the 25th of 2020. Koinamik.